Okay, hello, welcome to Websites for Architects. My name is Nick Granleys, and today I'm going to do another WordPress theme review, specifically for architects. Today we're going to be looking at the theme. It's called Architekt, spelt with a K rather than a C. And I'm sitting next to Dr. Dan, who's going to be coming along and having a look at what Architekt websites look like. Say hello, Mr. Dan.
Hello, guys.
Okay, so looking at this theme, I found this on the web and it popped up. I've never used it, and these are really first impressions. I chose it about a week ago, so I obviously thought it was worth putting up on the website, but now I'm just going to go through and sort of blurt out whatever comes to mind. So let's start off. The first thing I noticed with this theme was that it was free. You didn't have to buy it. You didn't have to go to ThemeForest or anywhere else. For some reason, you can just download it. Now, generally, I don't like these themes because free themes tend to break. But I have a feeling this is based on some other business model where you buy this theme and then you want to upgrade it to something else. I don't know how all that works, but what I'm interested in at the moment is what this theme looks like and how it works, and especially how it might be applied to an architect's website. Do you agree, Mr. Dan?
Oh, yes, I think I do.
Yes, okay. Now, let's start off. Apart from the wanky name using a K, that's just the standard logo, which we know we can change and adjust, or I'm assuming we can, because you can do it with every other website or WordPress theme. I find this text on the right-hand side useful, but a little bit noisy. I'm assuming there that you'll be able to change that text for whatever you want to put in there. And likewise for the top, you've got some space here to be able to write a key message. I would rather really big text. I find little text kind of pointless. It's there and it does a job, but for example, I've never read that text. I've come to this site twice now and I'm yet to know what it actually says. Welcome to our online portfolio. Okay, let's jump over that. And the next part is we've got the menu, which is underneath the header. So that section there, so all that stuff is the header, and probably includes a search bar as well. There's a little search thing there. Now I look at it, actually, that search bar is very close to that menu. I find that a little bit too close. That's just me. It's not a deal break.
I agree.
You agree?
Yeah, very annoying.
Yeah, very annoying. Okay, it's too close. Underneath it, we've got some projects. We've got some nice pictures. It's nice, a little slider. It's very clean. It's very minimal. I like this theme also because it's got a white background. I'm a fan of white themes. I keep saying that, mainly because logos work well on white backgrounds. You don't have to adjust them and play with different color combinations. They just always seem to work. What I don't like about this slider, though, is that there's no additional text. It's just an image. So it's a bit of architecture porn, but there's no real message about why you're different as an architect except for your projects. Underneath it, looks like there's some specific project pages, which I'll click on soon. What I'm always looking for is to make sure it clicks over to a dedicated project page and not just a pop-up lightbox. And then somehow down here, these images are changing size. Now, I don't know why there's different thumbnail sizes. Visually, that's okay for me, but I'm just thinking about how the back end works. I'm not sure how that really works. And then obviously we've got the standard WordPress widgets, which are probably in the footer, and these look like a series of links. Yes, and there's social media links and more links and contact details. I think the contact details on the front of the page is good for a couple of reasons. One is that people can always find your contact details straight away, but two, because Google can associate your location with your website. But as I say that, I realize that all it is phone numbers. If that instead had the city, that would probably work much better for this website, because what do people search for when they're trying to find a website? They type in Architekt followed by the city. So if you have that on your front page, at least Google knows where you're located. Okay, let's jump in and have a look at one of these projects. I'm going to click on, I don't even know how to pronounce that. And we're opening up. Okay, again, this area here is distracting me. That's the first thing my eye is drawn to. It's there, that's not working for me. Um, Again, not a deal breaker, but just a little bit irritating. I've got one picture. I'm assuming we can put more pictures in there if need be. There's some text and there's a comment box at the bottom. I'm assuming that this is just a basic page for a WordPress thing. It may be a dedicated project type, but really they've put in the contact box, and I'm assuming it's not on every single page. On the right hand side, they've got these other projects. So this is both good and bad. One is that it starts to clutter the website, but two, it gives a flow-on effect. What you don't want to create is a dead end on your website. You want people to keep moving through it. So in that sense, that's probably a good thing. So we can click on another project and let's see what that looks like. And very similar. Seems to be a common format with this comment box at the bottom. Oh, sorry, that wasn't a contact form. Obviously, that's the where you can leave comments about that project. Look, it's a basic page. I think you could apply that to any architect's website. I don't think it's displaying as nicely as it could be. I think it's a little bit cluttered. It feels a bit small. What do you think, Mr. Dan?
Once again, I have to agree on this. Yes, it is definitely a bit boring and a bit too small.
We like the largest comments we can get from Dr. Dan.
I just leave it to the experts.
And let's just check out a couple of other things. We want to check out what's happening with the menu. There's no drop-down menu. I'm assuming these are just simple links. That's not that's not the worst thing in the world. You can get away with that. It's very simple. It functions. But nowadays, you tend to think that any menu should have a drop-down menu, just in case you ever want to use it. It doesn't appear to have that here, so I'm not sure what's going on. And let's see if I'm looking for a contact page okay, let's click on blog, because blogs are different to pages generally on a website. Blog pages or pages on WordPress are reverse chronologically ordered, which means they show the latest post at the top, whereas pages are just static information. There's no filtering effect that puts them in any date order. They're just stuck somewhere on your website and you have to link to it with a menu item. Again, I'm looking at this. It looks identical to the project. I don't know. It works. I mean, all of that works, but it's not jumping out at me as any more than what a normal website would give you. I'm still trying to find out where contact is. Oh, obviously it's at the top in the big menu. Let's go to simple contact page. Look, that all seems to work. Resume. That's all nice. Again, something that you don't seem to get in these free themes, which you do get in premium themes, is a heap of short codes, things like tabs and extra drop downs or little graphics, which are quite cute. This is all very standard stuff. And here we go. Here's the blog. Okay, so this is how it displays the storytelling element of your website. Yeah, look, it's okay. So other things to note. Let's see, social media. Yes, we've got those links. Seems to be working. If we click on a blog post, do we go back to the same old page we thought we were on before? Yeah. And then portfolio. It's nice to check out portfolio elements on a website, because often they display things differently, and you can see this is popped up with boxes instead of just the blog post listings, which are a little image and some text. This is okay, but
This is a better approach already.
yeah, this looks better to me. The thing that's missing when I look at these in most project pages is it's not giving me enough text information. Like here we've got a title, that's great, but I probably want a title and a location.
Yes.
You want something else. It's also nice to be able to filter by types of projects. So is it residential? Is it commercial? So overall, I think it's a functioning website. I think it's clean. It's definitely free. I think you've got the possibility of using it as a framework for a decent website. What I haven't seen anywhere is a full page or full width version of a page, which makes me think that you're always stuck with the same old widgets on the right or the same next projects. Yeah, I think you need flexibility again. With good premium themes, they're going to give you several templates for any one page. They're going to give you a sidebar on the right, maybe a sidebar on the left. They're going to give you a full width page, and you want that to have a little bit of variety. That's just my opinion. So overall, Architekt with a K, I would probably give this, I don't know, maybe a 6 out of 10, thinking that a 5 is a pass. What do you
I
think?
would say yes, 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10? Yeah, so
Maybe
Yeah.
6.5
6.5.
for the folio section.
You like the folio section a little bit more?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So we're going to leave it there, but this is a very usable theme. I think architects are going to be able to apply it to their own websites. Not the best thing in the world, but it is free, and it's a hell of a lot better than a lot of the other free themes available. Go check it out.